It is February 13th, 2023. Last night I had to go out to my clients for my second job. Um, I had called my friend Keith and was talking to him about everything. Okay? He's like, I don't understand why the FBI doesn't help you. He said, with everything that's going on, because I'm one of their informants. And I told him how, that one guy I talked to, and I said, I'm afraid to talk to him. I said, it's one of those both ways. I said, I always tell everybody what happened to me, because if you sit down and eat with me, you have to know either someone may come up and make fun of me, or somebody bad can show up. They actually try to kill me. They've tortured me. You sit down to eat with me, you have to realize there's maybe some kind of threat from these people. So what I did is, I told that one guy about, I went out to eat with him. And he's like, well, before we went out to eat, he's like, I know somebody who deals drugs. He said, I went to him. He said, I asked him if they knew what happened. And it was clear across the state. He said, yeah. He said, they told me that they all know that you didn't realize that agent owed those drug dealers money. And what they did is they were willing to come hurt you in front of everybody till he could take up enough money to pay them back, and they'd help out so they get their money. And then you said they stole $300,000 from your case. I said yes. They said that's the sweet spot between $100,000 and $300,000 for a drug shipment. And that's why they moved on. I didn't tell them they sold a login to the case, the protected custody case. And a lot of people have it, and they made millions off of it. They showed up in beat up cars and left in $80,000 trucks, Hummers, and Vats. Okay? They have very expensive vehicles because of this. Right? And it's a gentleman's club from Florida. Okay? It is. They're all over. They told everybody they were here from here, and that's just a gay prostitution club. Okay? And they do drugs, they drink, and full service men with prostitution. Okay? So, and he said there's some 350-pound men that he made a threat. He said that they made a threat on the agent. I'm like, whoa. I don't believe in violence. Not at all. Not at all. I said I do believe he needs to go to jail for what he did to me. 100% needs to go to jail. But I don't believe in violence, nor would I condone it or ever be part of it. Then I was too afraid to talk to him. Then I got to thinking, well, if I don't talk to him, he just told me that, they could come kill me. Okay? Then I'm like, and I told the police about it. I told the FBI. I was also in a casino in Cleveland on the 6th, January 6th, 2023, in Cleveland. I went up there with a friend, and he's playing games, and I'm walking around. Okay? And some of the guys are up there, boy, we know she don't like him. Okay? And the phones are going off. That's the one that church that I have killed. It's not funny what's going on. Why these people helped out. Okay? So I walk by this 6'5" African American guy. Okay? 350 pounds, medium to dark gray t-shirt, standing like a security guard. That's the one that church tried to have killed. And it's not funny why these people helped out. Okay? He said it's that Karen's Will. Run around telling everybody he taped her before. And that's why nobody will help her. Okay? He said, do we have a man to take care of this? They started shooting up Florida within 2 days. These people sold the login before Thanksgiving of 18, like Mancan and Canton, in May of 19. If you didn't hear John's Kids Right on the third step up, Karen Dave's girlfriend is in Shell. It's Michelle. For the house wasn't meant for Grandma, it's meant for Auntie Shell and Papa. Grandma needs to get out, and then later on to Flora, they were making everything up. Their games of pretend. They're documenting games of pretend. Okay? See, everybody knows. Even Daniel, his one teacher, everybody knows what's going on but her family. Okay? Well, I reported that to the FBI. I would never let them hurt Will. Ever let them hurt Will. I believe he needs to go to jail. 100%. But I don't believe in violence. At all. I may be a victim of violence. Rape, torture, drugging. But I couldn't hurt anybody. I was married to Dave Hall, and every time I made a mistake, he beat the hell out of me for 33. I couldn't hurt anybody. That's one of the things the police always said. She doesn't have it in her to hurt anybody. I know. I can take abuse. But I abhor violence. I do believe in jails. And then, this guy that I talked to that said all that, well, I called him, what was it, yesterday or the day before, and there was groupies outside my other clients. And so I call him, I said, I know my phone's tapped from the police. And from the protected custody case. I said, you know how well we were talking about the 100 to 300 when you went and talked to someone about what happened to me? Yeah. And I said that them taking 100 to 300,000 is nothing but a drug scam for them to order a drug shipment. He's like, yes. And I said, did you know those horrible people took my house manager's niece? No. I said, her and my district manager could describe some of the people that hurt me. They set up in a different area. And it's not safe there now. And they said that it's drug traders from out of this area. They're grabbing children to human traffic them, or people. And one of them were following my district manager and actually followed her into a store saying stuff she had to get away from. He's like, I didn't know. But I got him to admit it's nothing but a drug scam. They're pulling for drug shipments. I said, well, they said they're drug traders from out of this area, grabbing people to human traffic them. And I said they actually described quite a few people that were hurting me. I said I was stuttering. What are you doing with this? I got my hair done on Saturday afternoon. Walmart 62, a lady came in. I heard she's been trying to get help down here for a long time. And they're grabbing other people's children. Nobody better ever say a word to her. I got tortured trying to help an Asian lady and her family that her husband got killed up there. She disappeared a year ago. Now she's either part of it or they grabbed her and her children. Are people starting to realize how not funny these bastards are? And I'll tell you what, I went to my clients. Now some of the guys that watched me were very, very silly. I've told you about them. Okay. I got to my client's room. I said, I know to you people, this is nothing but a drug scam. But this was my life. And I loved even I may have been madly in love with my ex-husband. And I know he didn't love me because he tried to have me killed. But it was 33 years being married to him. And, I said, I dreamed of being happy. I would dream that I woke up in a fog daze. A man walked across my room and he'd lay down next to me. And I'd roll over towards him and it was so foggy. I couldn't see his face. But I felt safe in his arm and the room went black. And I said, I want that kind of love without fear. I I got out of my vehicle. Those guys, they're out there. Can we help find that girl's niece? Yeah, well, they actually took her. Da da da. Oh, yeah, we can look. And they said, hey, they told her I was gay. And then they're like, the other one went, well, it's me holding her at night. You know, I didn't even think. I was straight up in my client's house. Okay. And I got to thinking on the way home. Because it gets overwhelming that they're outside. I got on the way home, it's like, you didn't have a right to break in my house, David. And he's like, she doesn't remember me? You know I did. The amnesia struck me. That's what the fuck days was. I'm grateful he wasn't violent like the guys that tortured. And the part that I remember just feeling safe for a moment. But he didn't have a right to break in my house. Pick my bedroom door. They rape drug me and then rape me. He didn't have a right to violate me, and I don't even know him. All I remember is a fuck-daisy man holding me at night and feeling safe. He didn't have a right to violate me like that, and I don't even know him. That's rape. That's rape. He had no right to break into some woman's house that doesn't even know him. Stick her with an amnesia drug so she wakes up in a fogged haze as it's taking effect before the room goes black. Him laid down, and all she sees is a foggy man. And then he takes advantage of her in a drugged up state. That's rape. He had no right. None. I got home from work, and some guy with a graspy voice repeating everything I said in my car as I got up, mocking me. I put my refrigerator in front of the door. I'm gonna upload this. I gotta get